Here's a bicycle. You've seen thousands of them. You can probably ride one without thinking. So answer me one question and be honest, because no one's watching. Where does the chain go? Not in general, exactly. Picture it, the pedals, the chain, which wheels it actually touches. Hold that picture because researchers have tested it. They showed people a half-finished bicycle and asked them to place the chain and pick the frame that would work out of a few options. Not draw it from scratch, just recognize the one that runs. About 4 in 10 people got it wrong. They put the chain where it would lock the steering solid, or chose a frame that couldn't hold together. The most ordinary machine in the world, and a lot of us can't even point to the version that moves. You feel like you understand a bicycle. You've ridden one for years, and you might not be able to pick a working one out of a lineup. That gap between how well you think you understand something and how well you actually do is one of the most reliable findings in the study of the human mind. Today, I want to do 2 things with that. Show you why your brain manufactures that false confidence, and then show you how we know it's real by turning the same test on the scientists who study it. In 2002, 2 researchers at Yale, Leonid Rosenblit and Frank Kyle, ran a deceptively simple experiment. They asked people to rate, 1 to 7, how well they understood how an everyday thing works. A zipper, a toilet, a speedometer. People gave answers. Of course I understand a zipper. Then came the move that makes this one of my favorite studies ever designed. They said, good. Now write it down step by step, exactly how it works. The full mechanism, no hand waving. And then they asked people to rate their understanding. Again, the rating fell. People did not learn anything new in those few minutes. Nothing changed, except that they had been forced to actually reach for the knowledge they were so sure they had, and found it wasn't there. They called it the illusion of explanatory depth, the feeling that you understand the world in far more detail than you really do. Now, here's the part that I think is genuinely deep, and it's why this is more than a cute party trick. The illusion is not uniform. It is specific. You're not wildly overconfident about facts. Ask people how many countries they can name, and they're roughly right. You're not deluded about stories or procedures. The illusion lives almost entirely in one place: explanations. How things work, cause and effect. Why there? A few reasons. And these are the researchers' best account, not gospel. 1, we confuse seeing with knowing. You've looked at a bicycle 10,000 times, so the topic feels intimately familiar. But familiarity is recognition. It's not the ability to reconstruct the thing from the inside. 2, the explanation is usually sitting right there in the world, so you never have to store it. The cost is that you can't tell the difference between knowledge you have and knowledge you can reach. A fact is either recalled or not. But you can always feel you basically understand how a zipper works because there's no moment that tells you your explanation is incomplete. And underneath all of it, a bigger idea. Most of what feels like your understanding is not in your head at all. It's distributed across other people and the world around you. You live inside a borrowed web of knowledge, and you constantly mistake access to that web for something you personally own. That's the why. Now, the part this channel cares about even more, how would we actually know any of this is true and not just a good story? Because here's the problem with a finding like this. It's flattering in reverse. It feels true. And things that feel true are exactly what we are supposed to be suspicious of on this channel. So let us hold it to its own standard. First objection. The whole thing rests on people rating themselves. Self-report is weak. Maybe people just feel humble after being put on the spot and nothing real changed. Good objection. So test it without the ratings. In 2006, Rebecca Lawson ran what she called the science of psychology. No confidence scale is just a recognition task. Here's a partial bicycle. Pick the frame that's right and put the chain where it belongs, out of a few options. About 4 in 10 people got at least one of those basic choices wrong. Chains routed so the bike could not move. Frames that could not hold together. And this was not obscure. It's the most ordinary machine in the world. The errors shrank for people who actually cycled and for people shown a real bicycle while they chose. But they didn't disappear. So the gap is not just a feeling. Give people an objective task and the missing knowledge shows up. The illusion is real. Now, watch what happens when the science gets ambitious, because this is the part most videos would leave out, and it's the whole reason I made this one. In 2013, a team led by Philip Fernbach had a beautiful idea. If people are walking around with the illusion that they understand complex systems, then politics should be full of it. People hold fierce positions on policies they can't actually explain. So they tested whether puncturing the illusion would cool people down. They asked people to rate how well they understood a policy, then crucially, not to argue for it, but to explain mechanically how it would actually work, step by step. And they reported that people became more moderate. Their certainty dropped. Their stated extremity dropped. They even gave less money to advocacy groups. And it only worked when people had to explain the mechanism, not when they just listed reasons. That is a stunning result. Force someone to confront how little they understand and their fanaticism softens. It went everywhere. It is a great story. And this is where I have to be straight with you, because the easy version of this video ends right there, on the hopeful note. It doesn't hold up cleanly. In 2021, Crawford and Ruscio ran 3 pre-registered attempts to closely replicate that political moderation effect. Pre-registered means they committed to exactly what they would test and how before collecting a single data point, so they couldn't move the goalposts afterward. Here's the careful part. One thing did replicate. After explaining a policy, people did admit they understood it less. The illusion cracked, exactly as before. What did not hold was the political payoff. Explaining the mechanism didn't reliably make anyone more moderate. Not once, across 3 tries. So where does that leave us? Honestly, the core finding is solid. You do feel you understand things you cannot explain, and forcing the explanation reveals the gap. And that replicates, including with an objective recognition task. The hopeful extension that this one move reliably calms political extremism does not. And it's still live. Another team found the same null in 2024. A rebuttal argues a narrower version survives, but only for ordinary cost-benefit issues, not the ones tied to sacred or protected values. So I'm not going to tell you it's settled. I'm going to tell you the flattering version did not replicate, and the argument goes on. And notice what just happened. The exact tool that exposed you with the bicycle, asking for the mechanism and checking it against reality, is the same tool that exposed an overclaimed result in the science itself. That symmetry is the whole point of this channel. We don't just ask why something feels true. We ask, how would we know? And we apply it to ourselves. So the next time you're certain about how something works, a policy, an engine, a vaccine, a market, try the test on yourself. Not, can I argue for my position? Can I explain the mechanism out loud, all the way down, without the internet? Most of the time, you'll find the floor gives out somewhere. And that's not a flaw in you. It's the standard condition of a mind that lives inside a world full of knowledge it does not have to carry. The danger is not the gap. The danger is not knowing the gap is there. I'm Jeff. This is where we figure out why you believe things and how we'd even know if they're true. Oh, the chain. It goes on the back wheel.